Hey guys, hey, we are in the studio today, and today I'm not gonna lie, we have so much going on the back end of business that I actually did not know kind of like what I should talk about. And that got me to thinking. There are times in your journey or your video content journey or even your content creation journey where you are just not going to know what kind of video to create, what you should be saying. And I thought that, Zay, why not just make a video on that? Why not just make a video on the real or just about the real of what happens when you don't know what to say. You don't know what kind of content to create. You just don't know what to do. So I'm going to be giving you a few tips today to help guide you through that process. So let's get into it. All right, guys. So the first thing, or one of the first things that I do when I'm confused about what content I want to create or what I should put out there is I tap into self, because a lot of times the struggle that we're going through right now is also the struggle that our audience is going through, right? So that's why I came up with this video today. I started thinking, Zay, wait, you're struggling right now. You're all dressed up. And you don't know essentially like what video you should create to put out. And so we've been depending on a few videos that we've batched, but I'm like, girl, like, listen, it's New Year. Let's get out there and let's talk to the people. So that's the first thing that I did. I tapped into self to figure out, well, where am I? And for me, that is a really valuable place. And I'll tell you why. It puts you in a space of vulnerability, right? So I'm being super vulnerable right now, talking to you from a place of a struggle that I'm currently going through, which is hard. You know, it's like, girl, you're supposed to know what to talk about all the time because you're the video queen, or so they say. But that's just not always how it is. So tapping into self and being vulnerable allows me to connect on a different level with you on camera. So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is I start thinking, okay, so what do I have planned for this year or coming up for this year? And one thing I love about the membership that we have with Start Shoot Grow is we really dug deep. So we had a meeting last night. We had a Q&A because we have weekly Q&As. And we dug into just living your life in sprints of 12 weeks, which is also something that I learned from the book 12-Week Year by Brian Moran. And I'll link that book down below. That book definitely changed my business. So I want you to take a look at it. And so we really dissected what the next 12 weeks would look like for us as it pertains to our goals. And so because of that, I have an idea of what I have coming up in business, or what are my business goals for the next 12 weeks. And so I know the topics that I would like to talk about. So that's the other thing. Understanding what topics that you are looking toward that are connected to your business goals. Because you guys know I love talking about video, but as it pertains to your business. So now that we've got that out the way, that helps me niche down all the ideas that I'm trying to wrangle in my head as I go along. So now that that brings me down to just a specific group of topics, the next thing that I'm going to do is ask my audience. I'm going to ask my audience, hey guys, what are you struggling with right now the most? What's the thing that you have really been struggling with that you really just can't, get a grip on as it pertains to the topic that is connected to my business goal, right? So remember, I'm speaking about a goal that I have within the next quarter or 12 weeks. I live my life in quarters because I have a business. And so because of that, I'm able to wrangle or just find a core group of topics that I'd like to talk about and then ask my audience. Now, when I ask my audience, they're obviously going to tell me what they want to look at next, or what they want to hear from me next, or I create a poll essentially and allow them to be able to vote based on what they would like to see next. And so what that does for me is it gives me an idea of what people want to see. But the cool thing is for my audience and that engagement, it helps them to look out or look forward to seeing that video or that content. So for me, listen, it just works like a charm. It helps me wrangle my thoughts and get them together, but it also helps my audience to be aware or be on the lookout for a specific topic or the next thing that they want to hear. So the last thing that I do is I take those topics that my audience has polled on and I actually start planning them out, and then I record them, kind of like I did with this one. So that also helps me to just go from all the big ideas all the way down to things that I can actually take action on. I hope this was helpful for you in some way. I will link my Video Pro Planner down below. It's what I use for all my videos or for planning out all my videos. It has video scripts. It has everything that you need in order to plan out your YouTube videos. So listen, I hope this was helpful to you in some way. I love you. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. You don't want to miss out on the next video that we have coming. And hit that notification bell if you haven't done so already. I will see you in the next video.